So, welcome to the RKY Tech Summit. I'm super happy to have each and every one of you here. Today, we're going to be talking about everything tech, right? Career pathways in tech, why we should consider adding tech skills to our existing or current skills, or why we should consider a full transition to tech, right? And one thing I always love about my sessions is, the fact that it gives me opportunity to meet with loads of people. Right, so we're going to start with introduction. I'd like you to drop your names, the city you're joining from, and what you do currently in the chat box. So I've got Abayomi Ashagun from London, RKY January Courts Bootcamp member. Wow, great to have you here. Asimiyu Adebayo, great to have you here. Feel free to drop your location, where you're joining from, and what you do currently. Right, we've got Benjamin from Accra, an accountant. So that's Accra in Ghana. That's good. Good to have you here, Benjamin. Anthony by name, live in Slough. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Berkshire, England. I'm a youth support worker seeking to transition into the tech field. You are in the right place. Welcome. So Asimiyu Adebayo from Colchester, youth support worker. Well, did you guys come from the same organization? Because I'm even just hearing that title for the first time, and I see two people already. All right, so I've got Oluwabayo Oloyede. I'm based in Ekiti, Southwest Nigeria. Currently the head of ICT Units Ekiti Study Center, Principal Data Analyst. Welcome, Oluwabayo. We're happy to have you here. So we've got Damilola. I'm in the UK and I work as a carer. Good to have you here, Damilola. Stanley from Nigeria, service desk analyst who wants to advance into becoming a data analyst. Good to have you here. Aaron, I live in the UK. I'm an engineer. I'm seeking to transition into the tech field. Welcome, Aaron. Good to have you here. John Bosco Okafor from Birmingham, healthcare assistant. Good to have you here. Okay, good to have you here. So we'll go right into it. For those that are just joining, please feel free to continue to drop your intros in the chat box. Right, so just a little bit about RKY Careers, since we are still in the, introduction phase of things. RKY Careers is a multi-award winning edtech company in the UK that empowers international students, professionals, underrepresented communities in the UK to excel in the very competitive job market and secure their dream positions through our bootcamps, our services, and our support. Right, so all our bootcamps are practical experience focused, equipping you with the work experience you need to thrive in this space. Right, so we have over 2,000 success stories of students who are now currently hired into their desired jobs. Some of them are also on this call. Right, so our bootcamps are offered remotely. So whether you're joining from Ghana, either you're joining from Ghana, from Nigeria, like we have some people who introduce themselves, or anywhere in the UK at all, you are very welcome. And we understand the unique challenges that international students face. And our goal is to ensure that, we bridge that gap through our bootcamps and our services, which are specially designed, to solve our unique challenges. So, like I said, we are a multi-award winning company. We've gotten lots of awards, as you can see on the screen. Top 25 changing the face of education right from 2022. Best professional services solution company, career support organization of the year in 2024. Best edtech and career coaching company, diversity and inclusion Innovation Award, Outstanding Coach and Mentor, down to most recently, Career Support Organization of the Year in 2025, and a finalist in the BTA UK Tech Startup Award. So that's to say that there's something we are doing right? So there's something we are doing right for us to attract this much accolade. Right, to introduce myself as well, my name is Rukaya Talabi, and personally as well, I'm a multi-award winning entrepreneur. I'm the founder and CEO of RKY Careers. And I'm also the CEO of Apply Body Limited, founder of the Immigrants Founders Network, Limitless Without Borders events, and the Limitless and Thriving podcasts. And personally, I've been in your shoes. I moved to the UK like over 6 years ago, and I've been through it all, from trying to get a job, as well getting those unfortunatelies. And right now, I've devoted my lifetime to, to supporting immigrants and making sure that we actually, immigrants, underrepresented minority ethnic communities, to ensure that we actually are aware of the opportunities that abound in this space and we are able to position ourselves for it. So basically, and in doing that, how do we do that? Through our trainings, through our boot camps. Right, we have our boot camps in data analysis and business intelligence, project management and business analysis, Excel and PowerPoint, Scrum Masters, product owner, digital marketing, compliance, KYC, AML. We all know that in this market currently is all about what more can you bring to the table. I'm sure we can all attest to the fact that the market is so competitive. It's about what more can you bring to the table. But guess what? A lot of people still don't know, because I review applications from time to time and I still see people using some random CVs to apply to, different kind of jobs. As competitive as the market is, some people are still like making random applications without strategically positioning themselves right for these roles they're applying for. We also have standalone services in CV optimization, LinkedIn optimization, career advisory, professional portfolio, and all of that, including business coaching as well for those that want to go into business. Because like I always say, there's so many opportunities we can position ourselves for, and we shouldn't limit ourselves. Right, so before we get right into the next phase of things, let me take a little bit more introduction and then we would go on. Usually we'd always finish our introduction at 12:10 or 10 minutes past the start of the class. So I've got Tyrat Bailo, healthcare assistant from Colchester. I want to transition to data analysis. Welcome, Tyrat. Tyrat, right? I hope I pronounced that correctly. Right, so good afternoon, team. Lovely to meet you all. I hope you're all amazing. Yes, we are. Yes, I am. I'm sure everybody else is. So Aisha is in London. She's a healthcare professional and an employability coach. Looking forward to learning. Welcome, Aisha. So I've also got Michael Oluyemi Wolverhampton, currently a nurse but wants to transition into project management. We've got Anthony Emefiene from Manchester, looking forward to transitioning with project management in mind. And we've also got Janet, HR admin from Wolverhampton. Welcome everyone. Like I said, happy to have you all here. It's good to see the diverse backgrounds that we all are in, and there's something we are seeking, right? We are seeking a change. I spoke to someone just before this session, and person was telling me how they want to transition from the healthcare industry, right, into tech as well. So there must be something about tech, right? And I'm sure we all want to find out about it. But guess what? I'm not really what would I call it? I'm not a preacher for everybody has to transition to tech. Not everybody has to transition to tech. However, everybody needs tech skills. Everybody needs tech. So there are two things. Some people need to do a complete transition because probably they don't really have, a background that they can use as a stepping stone to leverage such that they don't leave that career path. Some people need to leave their current career path completely, while some people just need to add tech to what they already have to stand out in the job market. But guess what? Everybody needs tech, right? So let's get right into how we can leverage tech right in the current job markets. Even as entrepreneurs, like I always tell fellow entrepreneurs or my mentors, my mentees, right, my founder mentees, even as an entrepreneur, right, if you can't leverage some tech skills, you will have to spend a lot of money, right? So everybody needs to know how to leverage tech skills, use tech skills and all of that. So why should we consider a career or consider acquiring tech skills? Right, so the first one is that there's a blooming demand for tech. Right, there's even as much as the market is very competitive, roles are changing names and shapes and all of that, but there are still jobs out there because companies are now looking to, rather than employing more people to do a particular task, they are looking to employ people who have some skills that can spring them forward. Right, they're looking to employ people that would come optimize their processes, analyze their data, and be able to get them to make right decisions make right and shorter decisions, right, that will take them to their goal rather than just packing people to do shifts or whatever. So jobs in tech are growing at a staggering rate, right? Even new ones that we never heard of. And I remember 3 years ago there was nothing like prompt engineering. When I even started RKY Careers, there was nothing like ChatGPT, right? I would prepare people for interviews without the use of ChatGPT and people were getting the jobs. So how much more now that, lots of people are now relying on artificial intelligence. There are new roles that have even come up based on the existence of that. So now look at what the world will look like if we are now left behind. If based on ChatGPT, now even prompt engineering is now being added to job descriptions. Ability to prompt not only ChatGPT but AI tools, because we've seen that AI isn't going anywhere, and that's AI. AI came in the last how many years, and it has disrupted a lot of things. There's still more to come. Right. So there are blooming demands, for tech skills, for tech roles across industries, across countries. And you know what? Tech is even making the whole world, I don't know if you all can relate. Tech is making the whole world a smaller place, right? Because the tools that we use in tech here are the same tools that are used, across the world. And with digital marketing, for instance, you can be here in any part of the world, to be honest, and be marketing, services, products, and all of that to a global market. I'm currently in the UK right now, and I have people here on this call that are joining from Nigeria, joining from Accra, joining from all parts of in other sessions. Sometimes you have people from Germany, from Finland, Netherlands, and the likes. Right. So diverse fields. One thing I love about tech is that not everybody needs to be a software engineer or programmer. There are so many no-code roles you can also position yourselves for. Diverse fields. Not every role, even to be honest, not all project manager roles have the same job descriptions or requirements. I don't know if anybody can relate, right? So talking about the diverse fields, just to be sure that you guys are following, can you guys drop a role in tech that you just recently heard about or that you are aware of, so that we can see the diversity of roles in tech? Right. So can you drop a tech role that you know of in the chat box, please? Beautiful. So Anthony says mobile app developer, beautiful. Marketing technology, beautiful. Solutions architect, cybersecurity and project management, beautiful. I love that. Let's keep it coming. Let's keep it coming. So that's it, guys. There's so many roles. That's just even to scratch the surface, right? Competitive salaries. We all know that, where the money is those that are optimizing their processes and leveraging technology. They're the ones that can afford, or they're the ones really doing well, because of course they're able to market to a wide range of a bigger market, right? They're optimizing their process, so they have less resources on tasks that are manual and mundane. So they're able to they're able to afford to pay higher salaries. Talking about, for those that are here that might, want to know about visa sponsorship as well, we all know that for you to get visa sponsorship now, if you're not a new entrant, if you don't qualify for new entrants, the minimum salary you need to earn to be sponsored is 38,700. How many companies can actually afford most small businesses I know are can't afford to sponsor a lot of people under the salary range of 38,700 if they are not leveraging tech. However, if that person you want to employ is going to come on board and triple your revenue by either giving you better processes, productivity, or increasing your efficiency or marketing or something, then definitely, companies would bring those people, they would, employ you. So that's why we have tech being able to pay higher salaries than other industries, and tech roles particularly, not even the industry now, the role itself. So even if you are a tech professional in an e-commerce industry, right, you have a very good chance of commanding a much higher salary than the customer service person in that same industry, than other than even the core, e-commerce probably is products even those that are making the products in the factories, right? So innovation and creativity. We all know that with tech, new product, there's always a problem to solve. Look at our students. If you look at the products that they've built in the last 3 years that we've been, doing the work experience and all of that, they're all fantastic products, to be honest. And that's just the limit to us that even have limited resources. See the problems that we are using AI to solve, see the problems that we are using tech, and all of that to solve. So with tech comes innovation and creativity, flexibility and remote work. If you are here and you would like to work from home, let me see your hand up. Or let me see a reaction from you, either in the chat box or using the emoji. If you are here and you don't want to chase after bosses to get to work, or you don't want to have to do night shift on Christmas Day when your family are all having a good time, everybody is opening presents on Boxing Day, but you have to be on call or you have to be in the ward. That's health and care, right? even other roles. There are some roles that you cannot even just, it's not just possible to work from home for those roles. It's not just possible. So if you are for remotes, drop hi in the chat box, or drop remotes, drop the comments remotes in the chat box. I can see lots of hands up. That's good to know that you guys are following me. Good to know. Right. Asimir says remote, Oloyede, hands raising, Titi Lokpe, Oloyede, Folakemi, Simisola. Everybody agrees that remote is the way. Right, remote is the way, because you even get to get more out of your day, out of yourself, out of your relationships and all of that, if you are able to work remotely or at most hybrid. Right. Beautiful. I see the results are still. You guys must be really passionate or keen about this. So tech is the way if you want to achieve that remoteness, right? So global opportunities. Guess what? You can be here in the UK and be able to get jobs in the US and be able to get jobs from all over the world. I know people that they were here in the UK, they were able to get a job in Netherlands that sponsored them, paying them like 100,000, of their currency there, which is also a lot of money compared, like if you compare it to the UK as well. So what am I trying to say? There's that limit that tech just takes away. Having tech skills, being a tech professional. I have people here in tech now that are looking to get jobs in Dubai, Saudi Arabia. But guess what? What are they taking there? They're not taking anything else other than their skill sets that they have that nobody can take from them. There are global opportunities. You can either work remotely from any country or even be able to move from country to country with the same skill sets. Right. So, continuous learning and development. If you are in tech, you need to be ready to be adaptive and be flexible and continue to learn. It's not just about joining a bootcamp. I always tell our students, you've joined this bootcamp. It's not all about a bootcamp, right? It's about what you continue to do with yourself. If you want to survive in tech, then you need to leverage continuous development. There's always something new to learn. There's always something to disrupt and all of that. So visa sponsorship, global talent, digital nomad visas. No wonder, guys, there's always, if you look at all the countries, go to their website or whatever, you'll see that they all have a special visa for tech professionals or tech skills. Are you aware of any? If you are, drop it in the chat box, because I know that Malta has, I know New Zealand has, I know the UK of course has the global talent visa and all of that. I know that the US have, I know that which other country do you know that has? I know practically all countries are trying to attract tech talents that can prove their worth as well, because it's not just about studying the skill sets. So Damilola says Portugal also has. So that's to let you know that there's something about tech, and there's something that being a tech professional helps you bring to the table. So getting a job in the NHS, if you are interested in getting a job with the NHS here, non-clinical, right? Let me see your indication of interest, because I know that a lot of people because we have a lot of people that need visa sponsorship, right? And one of the areas you can really position yourself for visa sponsorship is in places that, right, there are good opportunities for it. So Kamal says, I'm interested. Beautiful. So getting a job in the NHS in the non-clinical parts, it's very, very possible. In fact, we have loads of our students that are really thriving. They're not just people that will get jobs and not be able to do the job. They are thriving not only in the NHS. We have students in JP Morgan, we have students in World Pay, FIS, we have students in you name it, Amazon, we have students in Morgan Stanley, we have students in Santander, we have students everywhere really. So as you can see as well, there's something about the band you can see there. You can see band 8A, project manager. Just like we said, right, for you to get visa sponsorship, it has to be the higher band. So all those band 3 healthcare, whatever role, or band 3 technician role, they are good though, because they are like your stepping stone you will step on. But guess what? There are better roles you can position yourself for when you're done with our boot camps, which is like all these band 8, band 7. We have loads of our students in band 8, band 7. Even the civil service, we have students in HEO, all those high band roles in tech. We have digital marketers there, we have our project managers there, we have our product owners, we have our compliance professionals, we have auditors. We have all those kind of jobs out there. What am I trying to say? To position yourself for non-clinical roles that would sponsor you in the NHS, then you need to acquire tech skills. One thing you always need to do when you're seeking visa sponsorship is to acquire skill sets in the role that positions you for it. That's always the first thing to do. And then after that, you can now work towards other things like the support. And one good thing about boot camps is that we don't just train you and leave you. But let's continue. So you can see we have administrative roles, we have, guess what? Some of you, when you're done with, most of our students, when they're done with the boot camp, they don't even need to change their job title. They might have been in the job market applying to jobs for years with no positive feedback. But the moment they add analysis or project management or add, their tech skills they learned in the boot camp, they will now be able to get senior roles in those career paths of their choice. Right. So, like I said, information is very key. Talking about the global talent visa as well. Global talent visa also remains one of the routes that people can use to settle right in the UK, and not only even the UK, outside the UK. If you go to your LinkedIn and go search for UK global talents, and then change to people, as you can see on my screen, you will see that most of the people that hold this talent or the beneficiaries of this talent are tech professionals. You see growth marketers there, you see data analysts there, you see all of that. I'm not saying that this is the only thing you need to position yourself for global talent, but guess what? You can't jump this step to position yourself without acquiring the skill set. Somebody booked a consultation with me recently, and the person is on global talent, but guess what? The person doesn't have any skill set. Imagine you now having global talent, and then you are still now the one they are finding in care. How will you now prove to them that there's no scam going on in this global talent thing? Why should a global talent that UK has awarded that special visa to be doing care job at the end of the day? Right. So what are we trying to say? What we're trying to say is that global talent is one of the routes to, getting yourself settled and, and all of that in the UK. And tech is one of the pathways to get global talent. Okay, so valuable skills for a successful career in tech. So I'm sure you guys are all excited about tech, but guess what? It's not as difficult as they all make it look. At the same time, we're not saying it's, easy peasy without any skill sets, but we're just going to highlight a couple of skills that you need, and you might even already have, that would help you succeed in your tech career or in your career. So the first one is analytical skills. You need to be analytical. You need to be able to do simple analysis, think critically. If anybody here, I don't know, do we have anybody here that has passed through the master's UK master's program? If you pass through it and you can't do critical analysis, I don't know how you would have survived. They are very keen about critical analysis. Even essays, simple essays, they'll tell you to apply critical analysis. That critical analysis is not just crunching numbers. It's about the thoughts, it's about the thought process, right? It's about the mindset. So Vanessa says masters in international business. So being able to think critically and make decisions not based on sentiments, but on facts, proven facts, is a necessary skill set. Communication, I always tell people, regardless of the career path you want to explore, tech or not, guys, you need very good communication skills. Oral, written, presentation, you need to be able to make very good slides and be able to tell story on your slides. You need to be able to speak, confidently about, and you need to be able to speak confidently about whatever it is, You need to be able to make small talk conversations, and you need to be able to write very good mails, very good, proposals, pitch decks or whatever. And I always tell people, communication, even when it comes to anything that has to do with human to human relationship or whatever, you need to have communication skills. Even like I always said, if your communication skill is exceptional, you would not find it difficult navigating even in interpersonal relationship, even husband and wife relationship. If they have very good communication, they won't have problems. So like they always say, communication is the solution to lots of problems, including marital problems. So you talk less, career. Solutions mindsets. You need to have very good solution mindsets. You can't be that person that's always escalating. When you are escalating to your manager, what recommendations do you have? You need to be someone that thinks about solutions. Yeah. You need to also understand the process of escalation. You find something like they will say in the train station, see it, say it. You need to know how to escalate things in the professional way and get things solved. Also, you also need to, when you're going to your manager, oh, I saw that this so, but this is what I have done. This is what I think. Your recommendations might not be accepted. That's fine, but at least you thought about something. Adaptability, because when you escalate something for the first time without a solution, your manager would overlook it. Okay, at least it detected it. But when it's getting to all the time, you're not the one finding problems. You don't always have the solution to those problems. So you need to also have a solutions mindset. So adaptability, accept change, drive change, be the change, continuous development mindsets. We all know that adaptability is one key thing. Like, we are in the Western space. I'm sure maybe some of us were not born here. You need to be adaptable because cultures are different. And again, look, outside of cultures, when you get to the workspace, you move from one job to the other, the way things are done will be different. All companies are trying to implement change. Even if you've been working in one company all your life, the way they were doing things in 2005 is not the way they'll be doing things in 2025. So there must have been a process, and you can't be that person that is always a blocker for change implementation. In fact, you even need to be a driver of change. When you move into a new role, you need to be able to identify things that are not going well. I'm not saying jump and start recommending solutions that did not ask for. Observe, and make record. Try to start looking for areas that you can bring improvements into. So problem solving as well would come in the area of variance analysis, reconciliation, root cause analysis, problem solving, impact analysis, adaptability. Also, depending on your role, you need more of some of these skill sets than the others. Stakeholder management. This is also very close to communication. You need to be able to manage stakeholders, because you won't be working, even if, gone are those days when they say there are some rules that you only be crunching laptop. Maybe there are still those rules, but those are not the rules we are going to be talking about today. You need to be able to manage your relationship with people. You need to be able to apply emotional intelligence. You need to be able to solve conflicts. Process improvement. I always tell people about this as well. It's not only business analysts that need process improvement. Process improvement is a skill set that is a requirement across all roles. If you look at all the job descriptions out there, or if you look at most of the job descriptions out there, you would see that ability to streamline processes is a very key requirement. Regarding, even if you are going for admin, they would ask you, has there been time that you changed or improved the way things used to be done? Everybody needs to be prepared to answer questions like that about a time where, when you joined the team, report used to take 10 days, but when you came, you did your magic. Now report is 3 days. And it's not just about saying it. You have to have that mindset, right, of improving processes. Team collaboration as well. You need to foster a very good, productive, fostering a productive environment, and is crucial for tech projects requiring diverse expertise. You need to be able to work with others, right? Others across roles, others across, nature of different people that we have, and all of that. Right, so here are some tech fields with global potential. We've got the data-related roles, from data analysis to engineers to scientists to, all the data kind of roles. We've got the business analyst kind of roles, from business analyst to solutions analyst to solutions architect to enterprise architect and co change analyst and co. We have digital marketing, PPC growth, network related roles, and IT support related roles, project management, the core web development and software development or app development. We've got the Scrum Master, Agile coach. We've got business intelligence, finance plus analysis, and then we've got product owner, product manager. But guess what? What I always tell people is that let's even look away from these roles. Let's look at tech as a must-have skill set and not just as only a role. To book a consultation, that's answering Vanessa in the chat box. To book a consultation, I think there's a link on our website that you can click on, or on our Instagram, but the link can be sent to you. Admin, please drop the link to book consultation. Right, so tech is a must-have skill set. It's not just a role, but it's a must-have skill set that we need to apply across all our roles and all of that. So either your analytical skill set, everybody needs to have it. Collaboration skills, we all need it, right? I don't know if there's anybody here that got into a new role and they never had to talk to anybody. They never had to talk to anybody. They were just like, it's me and my laptop. My laptop is the one that tell me what to do in the morning, and I'll report. Maybe we'll get there with AI and all of that. But for now, you still need to be able to collaborate. And collaborate is not just talking to people. It's about not being that the what's it called? You can't be the bone in people's throats, right? You can't be that person that at work, everybody knows that, she's a difficult person. When you ask her for things, it takes her. She always meet deadline. You always have to remind her because she always forgets things. Those are the kind of things. So design skills, everybody needs to have, a little bit of design skills, some digital marketing skills. We're in that era where you need to sell. Right. Forget about having a business. You don't need to have a business to know how to market your skills, because the market has gone so competitive that The active selling is now even required when you are trying to get a job or position yourself. Branding, marketing, very, very important, even in your career. Social media management skills, you know, cyber and information security skills, even in our personal lives, personal use of data and all of that. Artificial intelligence, that one needs no, it needs no explanation. And then personal branding skills. So regardless of your role, to stand out in your desired field, you must possess all of these skill sets. So why do people always struggle when they are trying to transition to tech? Because guess what? Not everyone who starts to transition to tech or who have interests always have achieved their goals. The number one is the skill gap. Some people don't even have skill gap. I mean, they don't have the skill set at all. They just feel that I have an idea now. Is that not what project management? Maybe they say project management is like events planning. I've planned events before now, so I can do it. Yeah, that might be good. The fact that you planned events before. Everybody has like a little percentage of experience across different, based on our exposures in life and all of that. But that might not equip us enough. That might not equip us enough to be able to have a full transition into the role that we're trying to move into or to acquire the skill set we require. Another thing is that the lack of industry experience. One thing is a lot of people, they've done courses, they have idea, but they don't have that experience. They don't have the practical work experience, to position themselves. Some people will take internships and all of that. One thing about internship is that if I employ an intern, for instance, and I call the person's title project manager, that does not mean that that person would actually understand everything about project management within the period of their internship before they leave, compared to a particular structured process that's been designed to cover from start to finish of a project. In fact, I know people that are like project managers who are like 10 years in the role. And we have our students who would graduate and they even can do more than this person, because guess what? They will tell you, oh, I've been a project manager, but do you know what? I've never completed the projects. There's this project I've been managing. The project has never ended. I don't know if you guys have heard that before, or on the project, or this is the only part that I always work on. I know someone reached out to me recently. She's a BA, and in her role, the only thing she said they give her to do is process mapping, and she has the title BA. So what I always tell people is that so long as you are ready to learn and apply yourself, a bootcamp might be better for you than an internship or all these other programs. Because guess what? It's designed to make you succeed and acquire what you really need. So fierce competition as well, guys. Is anybody feeling the competition that is going on out there in the market? Is anybody feeling it? There's serious competition in the job market. So you see a job advert, within 10 minutes, 500 people have applied. If they now make a mistake and it's not a mistake, but if they now put visa sponsorship on it, then that one, is the one that now spoils before that 1,000 people apply within 5 minutes. So how do we solve this problem? You have to keep up with your tech skills. It's not just about one-off bootcamp. You've attended a bootcamp, fair enough. You've attended a bootcamp, you've learned project management. Then what else can you add to that project management, or to that your role or skill as a project manager, to be that project manager that is bringing extras to the table? How about adding data analysis to it? How about adding, business analysis and learn about process mapping, prototyping, and all of those things, even for your own personal business? How about product management? How about artificial intelligence, cybersecurity? How about adding something else? So you need to keep up with your skills. That's where that continuous development I mentioned also comes in. Skill gap as well, and so how do you need to bridge the skill sets? You need to build industry experience, which is why in our bootcamps at RKY Careers, our bootcamps come with, this practical work experience phase that is done nowhere else like it is done here, and where you will gain the practical experience you need to stand out in the job market, and then you need to stand out in the competitive market by, marketing yourself, like I said. And that's one of the things we also coach you to do here. It's not just about the training. We train you on how to, make posts on LinkedIn, create your, brand yourself, continue to demonstrate experience. Don't wait until you have an interview before you now have to prove yourself. Let your LinkedIn profile be your website showing a proof of your experience. From the day you start the bootcamp, make a post that, because you are very much, because you love continuous development. As a business analyst, I love continuous development, which is why I've enrolled for the RKY Careers Bootcamp. We've left the stamp there. Another time you can now say, there's this project I'm working on. This project I'm working on. This is what I learned from it. Or, just create your own niche and show your experience. Don't wait until you have interviews before because guess what? Interviews are limited, 1 hour, 30 minutes or sometimes. How can you possibly say everything in one 30-minute session? give yourself more benefits or more reasons to even be shortlisted for the interview in the first place. So talking about tech, you know, in a world where tech is have taken over the whole place, RKY Careers is at the forefront of equipping people with the skill set they need, to future proof themselves, right? And how are we doing this? Our practical work experience based boot camps, offering you a variety of skill sets and trainings, to actually stand out in the job market. Networking events and workshops. We also hold networking events like this one you are in. We hold one every other month. We also have lots of workshops, coaching sessions with the students and all of that. And then we also have physical events. For instance, we have our third edition of our annual events happening in June. Guys, make sure you come, because one thing that they always say about I would say we Black community is that we don't network, right? We don't leverage our network, and we don't even meet new people. We are just limited to, oh, my auntie said it's only K job people can do in the UK. Oh, my auntie said there's only nothing I have to go and study. Oh, it's not just about one person said, oh, RKY said it's only tech. Get out there, see what people are doing, right? And all of that. So make sure you attend Limitless Without Borders, right? Our event that is happening in June, which is one of our ways also of supporting. So we bring different mentors and, different people. Last year, we brought about 8 global talents beneficiaries who talked to us about the different things that they independently did, which has helped. We have number of people that have now gotten global talents after this. What date in June is happening on the 21st of June. Promotions will soon be out there about it. Make sure you secure your slot, or make sure you secure your slots. And okay, yeah, Steven says he has registered on the wait list. Fantastic. Guess what? And we are doing something that has never been done in this our industry, especially tailored to minority, ethnic, and immigrant communities. We need to recognize ourselves. We can't wait until people start recognizing us. We can't beg for recognition. Like they say, if you can't navigate your way into a particular community, then create your own community, which is what we are doing. A community specially for us, where we recognize ourselves, celebrate ourselves, empower ourselves, right, and make us, to achieve that elevation. Where is it holding in the UK? It's going to be somewhere in London. The last one was held at the University of East London. It's going to be around that axis as well this time around. So, personalized career branding services. We offer personalized career branding services that helps you with your CV, LinkedIn, and all of that. And immersive learning experience. Of course, we already know that, community of innovators at RKY Careers. I'm not the only one. You say I'm a founder of lots of products, but guess what? We are all doing it together. We are all building innovative products that are solving real problems together. So we've been doing this, for over 3 years, and we boast of 2,000 plus success stories of people who have landed their desired jobs, including visa sponsorship jobs. And that's why you can see that we have loads of accolades. We have loads of awards. Every other week we are being nominated for an award because of how exceptional we are doing. Right, so 2,000 plus success stories. Some of them are here. As you can see on the screen, we've had people get revenue planning analyst role, project coordinator role, admin, cybersecurity analyst, project manager, financial intelligence analyst role, product manager, KYC analyst, compliance analyst, and the likes. Right. So as you can see on my screen as well, right, one of our students who is currently a senior analyst. So this is what it looks like. We have our students enroll for the bootcamp, they get their certification. So this is like a screenshot of somebody's LinkedIn, by the way, and this is not the person's real picture, for GDPR purposes. But what we're trying to, so we want to just show you from most of our students that are out there as well. This person is now currently a data protection or senior analyst officer, from attending the bootcamp. So this person attended our compliance bootcamp in 2023. The person is now currently a senior analyst officer as well. So that's just like a. So before we get right into the other tech courses and everything we are here to do, what area in tech are you exploring? Based on everything we've said, we're going to provide more information about the different areas in tech. That's the next phase. But before we get right into it, just to be sure that I have the right audience, what's next? What's your next job title that you want to? What's your desired next job title? Let's drop it in the chat box. Beautiful. Orelua says project manager. Right, excuse me. Right. Wow. Look at how fast the response is. I even thought, let me give it a second. Right. So Hannah says project manager. QT says project manager. Hola says project manager with the NHS precisely. Beautiful. Stacy says financial analyst. We have loads of success stories in that as well. John Bosco wants to become a data analyst. Tolu Lokpa wants to become a project manager, Scrum Master. Ayomipo, data analyst. Steven, product analyst. Damilola, compliance analyst. Oloyede Oluwabayo, project manager. Aisha wants to become an executive coach. Aisha, probably you want to go for the business coaching program. Right. So Falakemi says data analyst. Titi Lokwe says business analyst. Vanessa, business analyst and project manager. Okay. So Anthony isn't sure which field will be very compatible yet. Okay, don't worry. There's enough information in the next couple of sessions that'll probably inform your decision. But you know what I love? I love that, we already have people that are interested in data, So Adeyemi says, I'm a lawyer with qualification from Nigeria. What do you suggest? For those that are lawyers, I would say just chill and wait till we get to the compliance KYC pass. Compliance is a career path that is always very good, right, for foreign trained lawyers. Sorry to ask again, what's the date? June 21st, sorry, is the date for Limitless Without Borders. By the way, for Limitless Without Borders, we are seeking sponsors, exhibitors. So if you're a business owner or you have people that are business owners, they should also see, because this year we are taking it to the next level. Guess what? We are doing what has been said is impossible. We are gathering 1,000 people. Guys, you need to all be part of the 1,000 people, because I really don't want to be fighting for immigrants out there. And when it's time for us to, when I've gone to say, please bring your jobs to my session, to my events, you guys come and bring your backlist, come and have your slots where you give people jobs and job fair, that kind of thing. And then I'll say, how many people will be there? Because guess what? This thing is always a game of numbers. If you tell them and you can guarantee that you have a particular number, they will come with those opportunities to your events. But guess what? Our people, we don't like to go out. We don't like to network. I will go out and say, I have 100,000 community, which I do, right? I have 100,000 people in my community. I have this, I have that. Come and support us. They'll not be like, okay, we'll come. And then they can't get there and now see 100 people when I've said it's 1,000 people we are planning for. So guys, when that time comes, if you see our anything that if you see our promotions, try to attend. Try to make it there. This is one event that is specially designed. We're also going to have industry awards, never been done for immigrant or minority ethnic community, never been done, but we're going to do it because guess what? We are setting the pace here. In the UK, we are setting the pace to prove that because we were not born here in the UK, or because we are from a minority ethnic, because even we were not born, our children are now born here, right? And they are covered as well. Or we have people that are cousins, friends, that were born here. But minority ethnic as a whole, we can actually position ourselves for those opportunities that abound. We don't see limits, which is why our event is named Limitless Without Borders. Right. So if you have a connect that might want to sponsor, who do I connect with? Right. You can, I don't know, Toby or the admin, please drop a number for him to reach out to, and we'll take it from there. Right. So if you have connects as well for sponsors, if you have people that have markets for like 1,000, would their majority of their clients base is, a minority ethnic community, so they just love diversity and inclusion, please send them our way, send them my way particularly, and I'll be happy to take it up from there. So it's good to know that you guys have mentioned your roles and all of that. Let's go right into it. We're going to be starting with project management and business analysis. It's a 4-month bootcamp, guys. It's like even more. The value you get out of it is more than you get from a master's degree. This is no shades at all, because we have a lot of people that study masters in these courses that we take, but they struggle to get a job. But when they enroll for our boot camps and in the practical work experience at our boot camps, they land their desired jobs. So what am I trying to say? It's a 4-month intense boot camp where the first 7 weeks covers classes. So all our classes, our boot camps also come as a 2-in-1. And this is because in the market, like I said, is about what more can you bring to the table. And what we do is to give you that more from time to time that you can take to the table to stand up, because we know that the market is twice as competitive, right? So we need to equip ourselves. And I have a lot of people that tell me of, Rookie, how much you're charging? This is your boot camp. Can you times 5 it? I've even had sessions with some mentors and coaches. I'll be like we are too cheap. We should be for what we say we are giving, we should be charging like times 5 or times 6. And guess what? because is both a passion as well as a business. There has to be a balance. Right. So what am I trying to say? It's a 4 months bootcamp, 7 weeks of classes, 2 months working on a project from start to finish. You will develop skill sets in tools like ClickUp, Jira, Basecamp, Balsamic, MS Projects, and all of that, and techniques like Scrum, Agile, Prince2, Waterfall, and all of that. And you would actually work on a real where you get supervisors, you get your role. You get supervisors, you have support officers. There's an hierarchy, the way it is in the real work real work phase, right? And you would also build on your other soft skills, which is what I love about work experience, because you get to build your your soft skills, and where this you won't get from other places where you're just like there's learning on Udemy or whatever. So skills like emotional intelligence, team management, working under pressure, facilitation, in fact, presentation. We give our students opportunities as well to come back, present to a large audience, something that they might not have opportunity to. Even within the boot camp, every week before we even get to the project phase, there's a presentation, and we make sure that they it's not the same person that is doing it all of the time. And then when we get to the project phase, that one is like weekly presentations and all of that. So who can take this course? Recent graduates who want to improve their skill sets, professionals, mid-level professionals that are looking to switch to project management, degree holders seeking practical work experience. So even if you have a degree in project management, it's not enough. You need practical work experience. You need people, like some of our students will go to interviews and they'll tell them, you know what, this is a pen, this is a paper. Can you turn the process of making a coffee? Can you make a process out of making coffee? If you don't have experience, there's no way you'll be able to do it. Or they could tell them that, can you, like, they'll just tell them something simple that we do every day, turn it to a project, and put it in writing, or draw a map that shows the entire life cycle. So aspiring project managers or business analysts, anyone who wants to position themselves for visa sponsorship, anyone who wants to enhance their career prospects, entrepreneurs, professionals, and small business owners, consultants as well, who want to enhance their project management capabilities. So these are career paths you can position yourself after the bootcamp, from project coordinator to change manager to project manager to PMO analyst to junior project manager. That's under the project side, under the BA side as well. And guess what? You're paying. So it's more like you're paying £200 for each one, or thereabouts. Or I mean, not £200, but when our counterparts are actually charging £2,500, £2,000 for these courses, why wouldn't they now be more positioned than us when they are making ×3? And that's their model. Their model is attend to less people, help less people, but make all the money you can from those less people, which is also a good model, if you ask me. So eligibility for visa sponsorship, for those who want to know, project management is one of the areas that you have very good position for visa sponsorship. You can see so many codes, from construction to engineering to IT, different codes. And you can see the job titles: implementation manager, IT project manager, project engineer, project manager, And the good thing is about seeing this kind of roles and being confident that I know this thing now. I can. There's nothing like that too. Sometimes you just see some jobs that they are paying 100K, and you'll be like, when you check the job description, you'll be like, I can't do this. But there's nothing as satisfying as seeing a role that is paying 70K, 80K, and you can do everything on the job description. So it means that I am actually qualified for like a 70K kind of role, right? Like unlike you comparing it to some other job roles or job fields. So we have project support officers as well, eligible for visa sponsorship, IT business support analysts, advertising project managers as well. So one thing about our bootcamps is that your unique background you're coming with is always and also very useful. You just need to add project management to it to form a unique brand for yourself. And that is why we have so many success stories. Our students don't usually compete with each other in the market because they all have their unique brand they've created. So you have people that are coming with finance or accounting background. They add data analysis to this. They'll be able to position themselves for finance analyst kind of roles from the same data analysis bootcamp. So other people are positioning themselves for HR analyst role. So other people are positioning themselves for marketing analyst role. So that way, we get to actually spread our hands and position ourselves where we are likely to achieve more success. So business analysis as well, you can see the so what is the training all about? Like I said, what are you going to get as part of our bootcamp? Like I said, we don't train alone. You will get 7 weeks of classes. You acquire skill sets. We would work on your CV and LinkedIn. We will do it for you, not give you templates when you're done. So a consultant will reach out to you towards the end of the bootcamp, fill this survey, tell us the job titles you want to apply for. Okay, this is the experience you have. This is the combination we can get out of this, and then and you are good to go. Right. You also get to do competency tests at the end of each categories. Maybe it's at the end of PM you do a competency test. At the end of B you do a competency test. We also have interview prep. Please let's mute ourselves. Interview prep. This part is the part that makes RKY Careers way different. At the end of our boot camps, we prepare you for interviews. There was one, I had a coaching session last week on Sunday evening with all of the graduating boot camps. And when all of that is done, it's always a week long. That was my own session. We have about 4 other people that would, coach people separately. When all of that is done, when the boot camp money has expired, like some people always say, we still have weekly interview prep drop-in sessions where you can come. So the support is always there. You can always come in to share. Even when we have people that have even gotten a job, so we can also brand this as on the job support, because we have people that are already in job that can still attend those sessions, because the sessions is unending and open to everybody. So you can still attend these sessions and ask questions about whatever blocker you are facing on the job. Or if you're like applying to job, if you have interviews, bring your job descriptions. Let's dissect it together. You also get to work on end-to-end projects, right? And 2 months building a real client's project, and then you get access to our LMS. So in addition to like attending live classes, you also have LMS, which is giving you Udemy plus real life together. So we have like an e-learning platform you log into. You have access to the recordings of all the classes. That's where you submit your everything. We are an ed tech company, obviously. So we also leverage tech. So you also get a UK work reference. So either you're in UK or not, you get a work reference for the period you are working on our projects, because these projects they are going to be working on are client projects that we get from people, from clients basically, and you get to work with other stakeholders. You get to work with assigned developers, UX, UI professionals, and all of that to complete the projects, thereby building your stakeholder management skills, collaboration skills, work experience. How many of you have gone to interviews recently? Did they ask you anything to define your concepts or the field? Did they ask you to define project management? No, they'll be asking you to talk about a time you worked on a project and the client did this, or a time you worked on a project and that happened. It's always about even like difficult situations that happened in real projects, right? That you will not know if you have not. So there's some problems that you face in real life that you don't know until it happened. When I say real life, in the real job, right? You don't know until they happen, and you can only talk about it if you've experienced it. And you also get to position yourself for 6-figure jobs or visa sponsorship jobs. Based on everything I've said, the value of this training should truly be nothing less than £2,000. Who agrees with me? Or who disagrees with me? Nobody's agreeing with me with that one. Okay, so who disagrees with me? Okay. 1 second. Right. Okay, Ayomipo agrees. Thank you, Jerry. Michael says I actually agree. Thanks for supporting. But I have a good news, which is the fact that, we are currently running a discount that brings it down to just $599. Just $599. Out of this $599, by the way, 20% goes straight to the government of VAT. 20% of this is paid to the government of VAT. So you do the calculation and see how much it's going to be, how much investment it is for you, to be gaining skill sets that will make you become a project manager and also a business analyst and even a Scrum Master. Because at the implementation stage of the bootcamp, we're going to, be implementing of the project itself, we're going to be implementing with Scrum and Agile. And let me now tell you the best parts. It also comes with a free module in artificial intelligence that helps you to understand how PMs or BAs use artificial intelligence on their role. Isn't that fantastic, guys? Let me now bust your brain. The best part is that you can pay in installments. It's not a one-off payment. When we started RKY Careers over 3 years ago, one-off payments are the ones we charge £600 for, while installments would pay a discounted rate of $675. However, But we all know where UK has gone between that time and now. UK is the cost of living has gone higher, not lower. However, we are also giving a discount. We are allowing you to pay in installments at just £5.99. So I would say if you're one of those who indicated interest in project management, do I still have you here? If you are one of those that are interested in PM, just drop PM in the chat box. Drop PM in the chat box, right? So that I know you are still with me. I would encourage you to secure your slots now before it's too late. Oloyede, secure your slots now, right? And if you are joining from Nigeria, there's another good news. You can always we have a special discount for those in Nigeria, because we understand the exchange rates impacts and all of that. So send a message to the number that will be dropped on if you want to secure your slots. The links have been dropped. Links to numbers have also been dropped. Chat with any of our consultants, get answers to your questions and secure your slots now before we get sold out. When is the start date for the next one? March 8th. March 8th is the next start date. And you want to secure your slots now before it's too late. Like I said, discounted at $5.99. You can pay with Klarna. So all of you that have Klarna and Klepi, they always use your Klarna to buy shoes and whatever. Now is the time to invest your $5.99 on Klarna in a career path or in a particular activity that would help you to be able to position yourself for higher. I feel it's a good deal, to be honest. Do you know what? Even myself, I still do lots of paid. Everybody needs to continue to develop themselves, right? So I would say secure your slots before it's too late. So it's a good deal, right? Vanessa, thanks for confirming that. Right. So you guys should secure a slot before I change my mind, because I'm attending coaching sessions and mentorship sessions, and in my coaching sessions they said the solution to my problem is to ×5 my price. So before I ×5 my price, guys, secure your slots. Right. So at this point I'm going to call on Confidence Ben Ibo, who is a project coordinator and was part of our PMBA Bootcamp. He joined the PM and BA Bootcamp to enhance his problem-solving skills and accelerate his career growth and adapt to the increasing demand. And the experience has been nothing short of enriching and rewarding. Confidence, if you're there, please unmute yourself.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Confidence. Hi, Confidence. Thank you so much for accepting to speak at this session. It's always a great one when, we have people who come back to share their stories and share their experience in the bootcamp. Please tell us, how was the bootcamp? What do you want to share with us today?
Thank you, Ricky. Thank you so much for the privilege to be in your midst this afternoon. Thank you, everyone, for being here. It's a privilege. I appreciate this opportunity. First of all, I want to say that I graduated last year, the PMBA Bootcamp for 9.0. So the program was very, very interesting. I learned a whole lot. I came into the United Kingdom 2022, and I was doing my master's. I studied project management. When I came in, I was looking for an opportunity and avenue to upgrade my skills and all of that. So there's this course I enrolled for. It was one of the bootcamp I saw online. They call them RKY Careers. So I enrolled for AWS course, and I was charged £3,000 for that course. So the payment was split for 2 years. But 1 week to that course, I didn't like their pattern of teaching. I didn't enjoy the teaching. So I told them I was no longer interested. So I wanted to opt out. So I couldn't opt out. They said I must continue. So I had to continue making the payment even when I stopped attending the program. So why am I bringing this? Is because I saw the difference. Because after that, I didn't allow that to deter me. I still go ahead and make my research. So that was how I came across RKY. So when I came across RKY, I saw the testimonies that people were sharing. I was wondering, is this true? So I now compared to other options that was recommended. So I decided to go for RKY. So when I enrolled for RKY, the teaching pattern was even way better than what we got from the university. It was so detailed and in depth. All the project application, the methodology, and the live phase of the project. this is not, it cannot be compared to what we got from the university. The support team that supported us during our live phase of the project was so wonderful. Even the lecturers that trained us on this course were so seasoned. They know what they were doing. In fact, I was so impressed with the course. I was so impressed, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity to partake in that program, because it's a life changing for me. Because through after that program, after the boot camp, I was able to get, I got since then I've got two jobs. I got a job with, I got a support role, which I'm supposed to resume by March 31st. Then I got a job with NHS. Though the NHS job was, it was a contract stuff. They say 4 months, so I told them I was not interested. Understand? So, and as of last week, I had another interview for a project manager role. So since that time, I've been getting feedback. I've been, from my LinkedIn account, people have been reaching out to me to discuss an opportunity with me. So it's been from one level of success to another since I finished my boot camp. So I want to encourage you, tell your friends about this program. It was worth enrolling for. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Confidence, and congratulations on all the offers, from this to that, and even the new upcoming interviews as well. Like we always say, always see a job, your job offers, right, as a stepping stone towards towards the final one, really. So thanks for sharing your experience. Good to know that everything in the boot camp, from the classes, and you heard him. He paid 3,000. He paid £3,000 somewhere else, and £3,000. That's a lot of money. So thank you so much, Confidence. Do you guys have any questions for Confidence? Although I'm not sure we can even accommodate questions, but thank you for that. So let me take a couple of questions. Thank you, Confidence, for taking out time, to share your journey. We really appreciate it. So Deborah says, any consultant in Kenya for Kenya. So if you click on the numbers, all the numbers are UK WhatsApp numbers. So click on them. You can chat with them from anywhere. Right, so for all of you that indicated interest in project management, you want to secure your slots now, because we still have about 4 other courses to talk about. We're going to move really fast going on, because I think I spent over 1 hour talking. I don't know, how do I do it? Right, so do we still have people here that are interested in data analysis? If you are one of those who indicated interest in data analysis, can we see the data? Just drop the keyword data. Thanks, Michael, for the question. What's the teaching schedule like? Is it online? Yeah, all our classes are online. Classes hold Saturday and Sunday, 4 to 6 p.m. for the first 7 weeks, after which we move to the project phase. When we get to the project phase, things will get a bit intense. Classes won't hold again at those scheduled time. Meetings would hold based on you and your team, your project team agreement. So we'll now be in smaller teams, and in these smaller teams, we would decide, okay, let's meet in the evening 7 to 8. Let's meet at whatever time. So because you are also going to have stakeholders from different, we have people join from US, the different time zones. So we always agree what works best for us. Beautiful. I think the data people are outnumbering the projects people. So I've got Christian, Ayomikpo, Sulaimon, Aaron, Abdul, Olayinka Falake, Tyrat, Steve. Now let's talk very quickly about the data analysis bootcamp. It's a 10 to 12 weeks program that enable you to acquire skill sets in Excel, Power BI, Tableau, SQL, and AI. Guys, if you ask me that how many tools are out there under data analysis, there's so many tools. You can't learn all the tools out there, right? But the 4 most fundamental analytical tools are Excel, Power BI, Tableau, and SQL. In fact, I would say Excel, Power BI, and SQL. If you know those 3, you are a data analyst. I'm really passionate about this because I am a senior finance analyst myself. I've always been an analyst all my life. So before, I left 9 to 5, of course. But what am I trying to say? Throughout the program, you would acquire practical experience working on projects individually as well as a group. One thing I love about this bootcamp, this particular one, is that everybody needs data analysis. Everybody needs analytical skills. You need to be able to add analysis. So one thing I will tell you guys to do for me before we move on, is a little game I always play when we get to this session, which is, can you add analyst to your current job title, and let's see what it will give us. So add analyst to your current job title, and let's see if what it gives you truly exists, or if what I'm saying really makes sense. What am I trying to say? There's always an analytical version of every role, which is actually always more in demand than the actual role itself. I don't know if that makes sense. Or having analytical skills as an extra you bring to the table, plus your current role, is always a good position to be. So it's a 10 to 12 weeks bootcamp. Classes hold Saturday and Sunday, 5 to 7 p.m. Like I said, you learn all of those. I don't know if anybody here was in our Data Inside Day last week. If you are not, head on to our YouTube. One thing about RKY Careers, like I always say, is that we are very different, because I know that there's so many things that happen. There's so many information we see online. But as RKY Careers, we not only say we give work experience, we also do a demo of our work experience space. So if you go to our YouTube titled RKY Careers, you will see a product demo where our students are presenting what they did during the work experience phase. This is the products they built, and you see those products are real life products that you click on, and you can actually navigate, and they are the one that built it. Imagine having that kind of portfolio that you can even put links that, oh, this is the website I built, or this is the app we built for a client. I was the project manager on this project. I was the data analyst on this project. Isn't that fantastic? The same with our data. So we had our Data Inside Day last week, where our data analysts came to present their clients' projects, to stakeholders. Guys, what's going on? I said you should add analyst to your current job title, and let's see what it gives us. So, Alamiko says facility assistant analyst. That's quite interesting. But if you remove the assistants, you have facility analyst. I would challenge you to do a Google search for a facility analyst role. You'll be shocked that there's a role called facility analyst. Right, so we have support worker analyst. That's beautiful. So there are roles like healthcare analysts, and guess what? There are even so many roles that still carry the title data analyst, but they are within NHS, they are within private hospitals and all of that. So we have finance analyst. That is like a perfecto, executive analyst. I'm sure you know there are roles like executive analyst, right? Where it's just general data. You just apply analytical skills. Information legislation analyst, perfect. We have like legal analysts, and all of that kind of roles. Carer analyst, Damilola says carer analyst. Okay, so she also said healthcare analyst. Beautiful. So what am I trying to say, guys? Analytical skills is very much necessary regardless of the role you're going into. We have people, so in HR, marketing, finance, accounting, adding analysis to it and using that to stand out in the job market. So entry-level professionals looking to start a career can join. Anyone who wants to gain analytical skills regardless of their role can join. And professionals who want to transition to become core business intelligence analysts or data analysts can also join. What are the tools you will learn? Excel, SQL, Power BI, Tableau, and PowerPoint. And just like the other one, you would also learn soft skills like working under pressure, team management, collaboration, emotional intelligence, and stakeholder management skills. So, Christian, to answer your question, I'm almost done with ACCA. Please, do you think I need data analysis? Yes, so ACCA does not teach you how to become an analyst. It's good to have certification in accounting, but to become an FP and a proper analyst, because when you get on the job, it's not the finance skill set alone you will use. I'm also an accountant, to be honest, and I even hate accounting. I prefer the analyst kind of roles where I'll be crunching numbers rather than be doing debit and credit. Let me work with the financial data. Let me spool all the income and analyze it and bring information. Let me spool all the expenses and tell you that, oh, we had more this month, we didn't have more last month. That's what data analysts do. But I don't want to be doing debit and credit. Should this be a debit? Should it be accrual or prepayment? I don't enjoy accounting, to be honest. So I would always go for the analyst, kind of roles. Right. I hope that answers your question. Right. So talking about eligibility for visa sponsorship, you can see the job titles you'll be able to apply for. It's not limited to that. You can add analyst to any role and you'll be fine. Guess what? We have a lot of students in NHS as well, in business intelligence analysts. We have one adult social care analyst, public intelligence analyst role. We have some of our students like that's in Amazon, in WorldPay, particularly in this analysis field. Beautiful. So eligibility for visa sponsorship. On the right hand side, you can see 3544212232. are codes you can use for data related roles. So these are some data roles that our alumni have gotten with the NHS after the bootcamp. From data analyst to finance analyst, reporting analyst, health data analyst, clinical, population health analyst, information analyst, public health intelligence analyst, social care information analyst, business intelligence analyst. So, like I said, we always have this group project as well, where our students get to work on data sets related to the industry they're looking to pursue at the end of the bootcamp. Also, we have judges and professional observers. Most of them are our students who are now in industry. Imagine that proud moment where your students come back, they are now in their respective jobs in Amazon, in WorldPay, in, those national grid you can see on the screen from the last one. And they are now able to tell you that confidently what I learned in the bootcamp is what is used in the job market as well, on the job. I mean, some of them will come and tell us that I'm not even using up to all what you taught us in the bootcamp. So the bootcamp even covered way more than I'm doing in my day-to-day. Right. So talking about the training perks is everything I said in the projects management side as well. You get your CV done, you get your LinkedIn done, access to LMS, UK work reference for the voluntary part of the experience, globally recognized certificates of completion, visa sponsorship jobs, and all of that. And then the competency you will get, you'll be able to extract data. So what do data analysts do? They extract data from database, which can be SQL. They analyze this data, they visualize the data, they build dashboards, and they offer business intelligence to stakeholders for making decisions. This is one of the fields that is like still oil. Data is still oil. Based on everything we've said, the bootcamp should be nothing less than £2,000 as well, and it's also on a discount for $599. Do I still have you data guys in the house? If you are one of the data guys, I think some of you said you've secured your slot against the March cohort. I really look forward to seeing you all. But if you have not booked your slot, you want to do that now. And just like the other course, this also comes with AI free module. Right, and you can also pay in installments. So let's invite Adedeji Adebayo. Is this correct? From the data analysis 10.0 bootcamp, which I think they're even still within session. His decision to join the Data BI bootcamp was driven by a strong interest in IT and a desire to upskill and the need to stay competitive in an evolving market. Adedeji Adebayo, if you are there, please unmute yourself and come and tell us about what you've got for us today. Adedeji.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thank you for accepting to speak at this session. We are happy to have you.
Yeah, thank you very much for counting me worthy to share my experience with the teaming population for the programs. RKY Bootcamp, it has been before I wrote for the bootcamp. After I finished in the course of my master's programs, so I was in the market looking for which of the bootcamp to go for, because I know that I need to do some upskill. And so I don't just want to waste my money, so that at the end of the bootcamp, I won't be able to have something tangible to fall back on. So I was doing window shopping, go online, go on TikTok, trying to search for a bootcamp. I want to hear people's review on bootcamp they have done. So I came across a lot of bootcamps, but at the end of the day, I settled for RKY. And I must say that joining RKY has been a very wonderful experience for me. So I settled for the data analyst and the business intelligence cohort 10.0, which we did our data insight day last week. So the bootcamp has officially ended, but we are still in touch with RKY. So it's been the program is just the bootcamp, just the training that ends, but the support continues. Even as we are speaking, my colleagues are doing in job section in another meeting. People that still have one or two challenges in their personal projects. So we have an instructor online that is attending to them as we speak. That is to tell you the volume of and the extent of support RKY render for the students. So it was a journey filled with learning growth and transformation. Right from the beginning, when I wanted to make the payment, just like RKY said, so for me, I opted for the instrumental payment. So I did the 3 instrumental, so with that I could focus on other side also. So I don't really need to bother myself in the payment, like paying the 599 at once. So I think I was able to pay the money 3 times. So I couldn't really feel the impact in my finances. So it was very, very flexible for me to do. And that is a very kudos to RKY for making that option for payment, which I know that a lot of people will be able to also benefit from that payment modes. So the instructor, the people that were able to put us through the different courses we learned, they were very exceptional. Each sections was very engaging, and the class was very, very well structured. So they were able to make complex concepts easy to grab. What even made it better were the drop-in section, just as I've said, where people could actually come in every Thursday and Saturday to ask questions and clarify any doubts they have in whatever we have been taught in the previous weekend, because the normal class normally holds every Saturday and Sunday. So we have our job session in the midweek, that is on Thursday, then Saturday before the next class.
Right.
So the support I received was unparalleled, and it truly enhanced my understanding of the different tools we learn, from Microsoft Excel to Power BI to Tableau to SQL. And when we are doing our presentation, we make use of PowerPoint. I've been using PowerPoint before, but I was able to use it more professionally this time because there are some advice I was able to get from the instructors and the RKY and other people that are presented to the observations in the presentations. How I need to ensure that my presentation is not worthy and stuff like that. So that really added to my experience. So one of the things that actually stood out for me was the learning management system platform that RKY has. So every class and session is being recorded, so which allowed us to visit the lessons at our own pace. Even if you are at work, you are unable to meet up with the class, you don't need to be scared. At your own convenient time, you can just log into your account of the LMS to listen to everything that will be discussed during the class. So, and not only that, the administrative team was also play a very crucial role in our success for the program. They were always there to assist us, answering any questions we have very quickly and efficiently. So their support made the learning process for us very seamless and enjoyable. So beyond the structured lesson, one of the most rewarding aspects of the bootcamp was working with a diverse group of individuals. I must say that this is another aspect in which I really found the bootcamp very interesting, because in the course of the bootcamp, we work on different projects where we are being grouped into different groups, and in the course of working in the group, I was able to meet with different people outside UK, from Nigeria, from US, from Canada. So we were able to even leverage on the remote platforms to be able to work on our to be able to look at how we are going to meet the deadlines, be able to leverage on our strengths, be able to share ideas, and be able to learn a lot from each other. So that is a very good, so to me, it's a very wonderful experience in which really is a very added advantage to what I already had before I joined the bootcamp. So the program as a whole is very invaluable. You can't measure it. Well, I know that we pay £600, but what you are going to take out of the bootcamp at the end of the day, it's not just this. It's not just this certificate they are going to give to you. It's not just the CV or your likely optimization they are going to do. but the knowledge, the experience, and the tips that will make you to stand out among the multitude of people that are applying for jobs is what is guaranteed, and I can tell you that I'm a testimony for that. I just finished, just like I've said, we just rounded up the class last week, but just between last week and this week, I'll be able to got 3 interviews in which
Wow.
so I'll be able to get 3 interviews that I went for. Even when I was going for the last one, I still need to please. I just chat one of the admin that, oh, I'm going for this interview. Please, I will just need some professional advice to at least for me to have some tips. And to my surprise, immediately he was able to link me with one of the persons that have been very supportive to us. Even the person in the course of the person, so immediately the person arranged a meeting for me, like an hour's time, just between me and the person. And the person were able to, because the company gave me the different questions in which they are going to ask me. So that's why I just, okay, since I already have the questions, let me get a professional advice, their insight on how to answer this question. So that's why I shared with the person, and the person was able to put me through.
Wow.
Give me some clue. And when I got to the interview was just as if I'm speaking to my friend.
Wow.
So those are the things you start to gain when you do this bootcamp. It's not that though you are not seeing them physically, but they are not they are not out of touch. They're always there, constantly there to attend to your needs and make sure that everything comes at the end of the day. So that's why I want to say thank you very much, RKY, for this opportunity given to us here. And I want to employ all the people that have enrolled for the upcoming bootcamp. I'm assuring you that your money is not a waste. But don't just say that, oh, you just enroll for it. Make sure that you are very active in course of the program.
Play your part.
Yeah, just play your part, and you will see that at the end of the day, you will see that it's a life-changing experience for you.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Adedeji. Wow, such a very detailed, guys. I mean, I'm sure you guys got a lot from everything he had to say. He talked about the LMS, the experience, the fact that the bootcamp ended just last week. And he's already had 3 interviews. For one of the interviews, he needed extra help for a professional eye to look at the questions they asked him. And he was still able to secure a slot to meet with one of the support people for an 1 hour session or something. Or yeah, that's what I heard him say. Basically, guys, is that not like fantastic? Where do you get that support? The bootcamp has just ended and is already on his way to securing his desired job role. And beyond that, everything is said, from the admin team being very responsive. I know some people that will complain about joining bootcamps and they can't ask questions. The groups are locked until, maybe when the class starts or something. But the thing is that here, we want to hear from you. We want to support you every step of the way. Thank you so much, Adedeji. We really appreciate that. So we're going to talk briefly now about compliance. Did we miss Scrum Master Product Owner? I think we must have missed Scrum Master Product Owner. But anyways, so the Scrum Master Product Owner Bootcamp is very, very similar. It has the same structure as the project manager. Please take note of that, right? It's very similar to the project management and business analysis bootcamp. It's a 4-month session where you get to learn everything around how to become a Scrum Master, as well as how to become a product manager or product manager. Let me see if it's still ahead. They should come before compliance. Oh, okay. Right. So I always like to talk about it immediately after project management because it's almost exactly the same anyways. So yeah, the objective of the bootcamp is to provide you with practical experience, just like, everything we've said. What are the roles you can apply for? Scrum, Agile Coach, Program Manager, Agile Delivery Manager, and then product-related roles. We've got Product Owner, Product Manager, Portfolio Manager, right? And we also have the AI part of things as well. Who can take the course? Aspiring Product Owner or Scrum Master, degree holders looking to get work experience, potential and aspiring founders as well, because as a product owner, you get to actually be part of the building a product from start. Most CEOs of tech products out there all started at some point as a product manager. Right. And talking about our project management and Scrum Master, what are the tools you will learn? So this covers both Scrum, PM, BA, and Product Manager. You learn Basecamp, ClickUp, Teams, how to use Teams if you don't already know, Jira, Draw.io, Balsamic, Lucid Chat, Whimsical, Visio, Miro, PowerPoint, Power BI, Excel, and so on. So I know some places that some people go to train, and then when they want to learn any new skill, they tell them to bring more money. One thing at RKY Careers is that we even have bonus certification courses to help our students take more to the table. We've had one in Power BI where all the students were able to take Power BI course and get certification in it. We had Oracle Primavera 6 in December. There's one that we're having very soon. You don't want to miss it. If you're already an alumni member, you'll be getting it for free. But if you want to join, you're not a student of RKY, you have to pay to join those very, very in-demand sessions. Right. So talking about what you get, this is exactly the same thing. What's the price? It's down to £599. You can also pay in installments. And we have Bello Hamed to share his experience with us. Bello, if you are there. So Bello, if you are there, please, we're going to have to keep it very brief, at most like 3 minutes. Is Bello there? Bello Ahmed.
Okay, Ahmed.
Hi, Bello.
Okay, so hi everyone. Sorry, my name is actually Bello Ahmed. So I'm one of the cohort at I'm in one of the bootcamp for Scrum Master and Product Owner. I would say because the bootcamp is still ongoing. So, but I would say it's been an interesting journey so far with I would say Saeed as he actually brought us on product, and it has been a great insights for me. Though I've had little knowledge about Scrum before, because I had little knowledge about Scrum before, but I did not know too much about products or the products, product management at all. But the first 4 weeks of the bootcamp was enlightening and like learning new things and actually getting to get more knowledge about what the job market would be. And this last 2 weeks about the Scrum Master has been educating and encouraging. Also, I would just say it's learning does not end in just the bootcamp. Even when you join the bootcamp, the facilitators are very very great people. I've gone to side DM a couple of times, even aside the normal time for the bootcamp section. I've gone to his DM couple of times to update, correct one or two things, or to give his review on one or two things that I've worked on personally. So it has been like, even outside the bootcamp section, those people are somebody you can always reach out to when you need something. I don't know if it will continue after the bootcamp or it's just for the bootcamp section, but I'm talking about my experience so far. During the bootcamp, like when we are not having the section, like during the week, I can reach out to them and actually get one or two reviews on what I have worked on. And what more could the student want when he can actually see a facilitator who can always guide? And I would say any bootcamp you join in, you have to dress out jobs and still get one or learn on your own. So and they are best in actually giving reviews and honest feedback. And it's something you hardly see because everybody wants to be in your good book. Even when you're not doing well, they will tell you are doing well because you've paid for it. Well, I don't think that's in here. If you're not doing it right, they'll let you know you are not doing it right. Just review this, and I don't think there's anything best than that out there or anyway. So that's just my review about, but it has been a very, very great journey so far for me. Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much, Bello. So Ahmed is from the current SMPO class. I'm sure he needs to join class soon, which is why I wanted to, take his session. So thank you so much, Ahmed, for sharing your experience. You can see it's still within the bootcamp phase. and is getting support. And like I said, all the trainers are relatable, the experience has been smooth and all of that. So if you're one of those who are interested in the Scrum or product side of things, for those of you who always wonder, and when you hear products led, if you want to apply for global talents visa, for instance, they will always tell you need to have worked on a product led products, you need to have worked in an agile environment, product led environments. That's is what the product management is about. For those of you that might want to ask, how is product management very different from project management? So project managers, what do? They work on projects, right? So I have a project, I know what I want. This is exactly what I want. I call a project manager and I tell you, I want the website to do this. They get the BAs on that project. We understand what I want. They would have meetings with me. They call that elicitation, requirement elicitation. So they have meeting with me, they understand what I want, they communicate it, they create, some documents called user stories, epics and features and high functional requirements, high level requirements, functional requirements. They create all of these documents, and they work together with the project managers and the project related roles. Those ones continue to give sponsors updates. This is where we are, this is the blocker we're facing, this is what we need, blah blah blah. So that's what project managers do. They work based on criteria that has been set. Their own goal is to make sure that criteria set is achieved within the scope, within the budget set, within the timelines agreed and all of that. So they work based on that. However, product and Scrum Masters, what they do is that they try to solve a problem, so they start by validating the problem before they go into build. And that's why most startups, fintechs and all of that, they always go for the products and not the projects side of things, because they want to start lean, because a product manager or product owner is they don't just go and invest because you have money. You first of all validate the problem. You do user interviews. You understand, how many people, really fancy the products you want to build. The customers are always at the center and not the sponsors. So the customers' needs is validated and all of that before they go to also do those documents, the product requirements documents and all of that. So what the final products will be, the products managers don't even know. They keep changing based on what the clients needs. And we also have product managers that work on existing products and maybe releasing a 2.0 version, an improved version of an existing tech product. So that's the difference between products and projects way of doing things. Just to provide clarity on that. And if you global talent, they always say you need to have worked on product-led environments. You need to have built a product. So they won't say projects because anything can be projects. Even things that are not tech are projects as well. An event can be a project, but they want to see evidence that you've worked on digital products. UK does not play the digital technology pathway of global talents. They're always very keen about digital products. So even if you are saying I'm a cybersecurity person, you need to show them that you have worked on digital products. If you say I'm a VC, you need to show them that, the fund you raised or whatever was within digital products. So digital products or working on product or understanding what the product mindset is all about is very, very important. So if you are one of those who fancy Scrum Master role or product related role, please secure your slot as well, right? With the links that have already been dropped. So I'm going to go back now to compliance. Right. So for those of you, I think we have somebody here that said is a foreign trained lawyer. So this role I would always recommend to people who are foreign trained lawyers or bankers who want to still get into the banking or legal space without necessarily being a solicitor or studying for that course that they do, the QSQA 1 and 2. So who can take the course? Early beginners, accountants who want exposure into GDPR or compliance, foreign trained lawyers, anyone that wants to become a KYC analyst, or a compliance analyst or a risk manager, and so on. Right, so what are the potential career paths and average salary? You can see on the screen. So we've got KYC analyst, compliance analyst, risk manager, financial crime sanctions, AML analyst, data protection, and the likes. So is it also eligible for visa sponsorship? Some might ask. Yes, it is. We have some of our students also who have gotten KYC analyst sponsorship role, compliance analyst sponsorship roles, and the likes. So where do we have, because we already said that compliance is a field that relates with financial institution, insurance, fintech, or even law firms. We have lots of our students working in HSBC, Santander, NatWest, Bank of Scotland, Barclays, and so on. So what are the training perks? It's just exactly what we've said: working on cases, work experience, final projects, certificates of completion, which is CPD accredited as well by ACTD USA, which covers about 90 countries in Europe. And we are also listed on the UK government website as a training provider. So just like the rest of them, you also get a module in artificial intelligence for free. And yeah, it's £599. Secure your slot. So do we have anybody here who is interested in compliance or even program management? I think I didn't get to ask. Do we have anybody who is interested in compliance or KYC or GDPR or AML or even product management? Let me see in the chat box if you have anybody like that. All right. Olayinka says is interested in compliance. Very good. So without further ado, wasting too much time, let's proceed to digital marketing. Right, Anita is interested in KYC. Adeyemi interested in compliance. Beautiful. Guys, chat the numbers in the chat box. Also use the links to secure your slots before the classes are filled up. So digital marketing, I love digital marketing. We're in that era where everybody needs to be a digital marketer. Everybody needs to know what SEO is, SEM, social media marketing, regardless of your role or regardless of what you do. Right. So you need to gain practical work experience that will give you a competitive edge in today's dynamic digital landscape. Right. So who can take this course? Graduates who need practical experience, marketing professionals, entrepreneurs, and business owners looking to enhance their online presence. You know what I love about this course? It's not only for people that are trying to switch career or whatever. There's one of our students in the first cohort who, runs an e-commerce business, and she used to rely heavily on just IG. Oh, I started my business on IG. I have followers on IG. However, I encourage this person to, enroll for the bootcamp. And from the bootcamp, she built a website, because every business should have digital presence, isn't it? And that's where you will now base every other thing on. So she built a website we built it for actually was one of our projects in the bootcamp. So like I said, in our work experience phase, we worked on different ranges of projects, from e-commerce to corporate websites, to health tech products. Guess what? We are working on an AI product as well in the coming cohorts, or not even one. So many AI products or projects are coming, on the way, so that we can also upskill and enhance ourselves for the future of work. So we built a website for this client, and she had a website so customers could shop. I mean, first of all, she even got freedom. She was able to now go on vacation. I know that's not related, but at least she was able to go on vacation because she doesn't need to. The only thing they need to do is to be packing the orders when the orders come. And then after that as well, she started in SEO. She set up email marketing for her business. Guess what happened to her Instagram account? She lost her Instagram account. This is a business she's been running for over, it's going to about 6 years now. And she's been relying on social media. And she lost all her Instagram accounts, not even for one, because she's now diversified into about 5 businesses. All her accounts she lost all her accounts just because of one community guideline or one of the new ones. But guess what? Did the business crumble? Because I was interviewing somebody one day as well. She said that she used to work with somebody that runs a coaching program, and because the person lost their Instagram, the business died. I was like, is it that are people really relying on Instagram like that? But guess what? Some people are. But for these students, she was able to survive because she already had digital way of doing things that didn't rely on physical. So even when the websites were down, did sales drop? Maybe a little bit, but guess what? They were able to reach out, download all their payments receipts, were able to send mail to all their clients. People were able to shop online, right? The only thing that they missed was, posting on Instagram from time to time. And that's the power of this digital market. So I love the fact that it's not only for only people that want to transition to career paths, and one of that is that this career path is also one of the paths that can position people for global talent visa. Right. And guess what? This page that I'm talking about, the person has lost the page a second time, but they're still in business, very much so. So what am I trying to say? Either as an entrepreneur, you want to start a business, or you don't need anything. You're already a project manager. I don't need anything. I'm just joining this. I'm just joining this session to hear RKY. Make sure you enroll for digital marketing. Everybody needs digital marketing. So What am I saying? Potential career path you can explore from growth marketer to growth hacker to digital marketing manager, SEO specialist, content marketing manager, social media manager, pay-per-click manager, e-commerce manager. Is it eligible for visa sponsorship? Very much so. We have some of our students who have secured visa sponsorship jobs after the bootcamp. It also positions you for global talent visa, digital nomad visas, H1B visas, and other visas. Why is this role in demand? Can anybody guess why digital marketing role will be in demand? Can anybody tell us why they think digital marketing role? Looks like I'm not on my own. What's going on, guys? Let me see. Who are my fans? Let me see those that have been very engaging. It's Christian. Okay. We are with you, Anthony. So do you know why digital marketing role would always be in demand and why it's so much more in demand? Right. Oloyede said simply because data is the new oil. Right. Ayomepo says because customer base are online. Yeah, very much so. You guys are quite right. All companies want to increase their revenue and profits as profit-making entities. Even companies that are not profit-making, even if I'm a social enterprise, I want to increase the number of people that, I'm making impact on, right? So, yeah. Social media, okay, somebody says social media, which is digital space, has replaced mass media as a tool for advertising. And only this is the new trend. You are all right. All companies want to increase revenue. To increase profits is either you increase your revenue or reduce your expense. To increase your revenue is either you continue to launch new products or it's not even either. You have to launch new products. Or maybe you also increase your reach and awareness for your product such that you get new customer base, right? And to do this, you need to leverage digital marketing skills. I always tell people that a business that only has a physical space as their marketing tool or sharing of flyers in London. Let's say London. They say London is the hub of the clinical businesses in the world, compared to a business that is in. There's a name I always use, but I'll not use that name today before people in that location would think, right, I have something for them. But let's use can you give me a remote city in the UK, please? I don't want to be the one to choose. What city do we have that is like in a far remote part of the UK? Is anybody going to give me a name to use for this example? Southam. Okay, I've never heard that one before. Southam. Right, so a business in Southam, as far or wherever Southam is, but that is using SEO, using email marketing, using social media ads, using PPC, using all of this. Who would have more sales? The business in Southam or the business in the prestigious London? Who will have more sales? Or who would have more revenue and sales, of course? Guys, you guys have slept. You guys are no longer with me. We'll be rounding up very soon. Don't worry. Just 10 minutes. Just give me 10 more minutes of your attention and we'll be done. So who do you think would have more sales? Aurelia says the business in Southam. Beautiful. Who thinks otherwise? This business in Southam would actually have more sales revenue and even profits possibly than the one in London that is leveraging only the manual and traditional way of marketing. Even if you put your advert on a bus, your bus will only pass through a route. It can't be like running an ad where everybody clicking and searching for, whatever you are selling are finding you. So is it eligible for visa sponsorship? Yes, it is. Right. So training perks, everything else like you've heard in every other course, CV and LinkedIn optimization training, work experience. If you go to our LinkedIn, you see the products, real life products that our students, have been working on that they can refer to, that they are working on and all of that. Go to markets, which is also a very good experience that digital marketing professionals must have. Taking new products to markets and increasing signups, increasing followership and all of that. So what will be covered? Digital marketing strategy and planning, content and social media marketing, search engine optimization, email marketing and PPC, website development and optimization, analytics and data interpretation, real life projects and all of So tools to be learned, you will learn Canva, SEMrush, Uber Suggest, WordPress, Google Ads, and Google Analytics. Like I said, this is also up on a special offer. Do we have anybody here interested in digital marketing? I'm not even sure I've heard anybody mention digital marketing. Do we have anybody here? If you are interested or you want to know more about digital marketing, drop a message in the chat box. It's also on a discount for £599. It positions you for visa sponsorship for global talents, right? It's a very much in demand skills because companies want to increase their revenue. You know, I can't count how many entrepreneurship communities or groups I am, and guess what? Most of the solutions that people are selling is about, even you can start your own business, is about helping them solve. Everybody wants more customer. The number one problem of any business is customer. If you cannot solve the problem of customers, then you can't be in business, right? Or if you cannot sell, basically customers and sales. Right, so recordings of the summit will be available on YouTube. Follow us already on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube so you can be notified when we upload it. Right, so I've got Olajesu Fiyinfoluwa Gabriel, DM Digital Marketing 3.0. His decision to join was due to his passion for marketing products and a career growth and to fit into the UK work sector. It's been a beautiful experience so far. So Olajesu is still currently in the 3.0 cohort. So Olajesu, if you are there, or is it Olajesu? How do they pronounce it? Olajesu Fiyinfoluwa. Is it with us? Right, so Olinda, please confirm if he's with us, and then we'll come back to him.
It's with us, ma'am. It's with us.
Okay. Right, so while we are waiting for him, okay, maybe you should leave and join back. So while we are waiting, because I promised people that we'll be done in 10 minutes. So while we are waiting, let's talk briefly about Excel and PowerPoint skills. If you are here and cannot use Excel and PowerPoint, let me see your hand up. If you can't use Excel and you can't use PowerPoint, let me see your hand up. Everybody should be able to. And you can't use Excel and PowerPoint. That has to change today. That has to change. If you can't use Excel, right? QT says she's half baked. It's good to say it to yourself. Be true. What's that? To thyself be true. So it's good that you're true to yourself. You have to be able to use Excel and PowerPoint. Right, Michael is a basic user. Good. It's good to be true to yourself because guess what? If you want to go into that corporate space, you want to be a project manager or business analyst or data analyst, you need to advance yourself. Guess what? There are so many people that will say, if they ask how many years have you used Excel, you're likely to say 10 years, isn't it? But what can you do with that 10 years of using Excel? What can you do in the 10 years? I always tell people that finish our bootcamps that if they ask you how many years you've been using some skill sets, you are good enough to say 5 years. Because guess what? Some people use those tools forever, but they can't. What they do on the tool, some people just go to Excel, they just put the type in. That's all we do. They don't know how to use formulas. They don't know how to do VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, pivot tables, XLOOKUP, index and match. Does anybody know anything? Are there people here that understand all these terminologies I'm saying? Or it's just French? Who knows what index and match is? VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP. Who knows the meaning of those terminologies? So if you don't know the meaning of those terminologies, then you need to, because guess what? So many people lose opportunities, for jobs because they are unable to pass the interviews. And they can't pass the interviews because they can't do simple interview slides or analysis that is required for the role. Right. So who can take the course? This one is for everybody, regardless of your role, and it's for everybody. And guess what? It's like our what's it called? It's just £50. It used to be £150. It's now just £50. And guess what? You can combine it with any of the other courses because the timing for this class is 2 to 4, and every of the other courses are either 4 to 6 or 5 to 7. So you can be doing Excel in the afternoon and then do whatever main course you want to do in the evening. But guess what? You can't be a finished product. You can't be a finished product if you can't use Excel and PowerPoint in addition to whatever. And guess what? This particular one, if you want to pay in Naira as well, is 50,000 Naira. So you can pay in Naira and it's just 50,000 Naira. Or you pay in pounds at £50. So if you don't do anything for yourself, if you have not made up your mind what you really want, if you don't have £599 now, because I know you are still going to come back because you need what we've spoken about today, do something for yourself. £50 is what you spend, I don't know what you guys spend £50 on, but it's something you spend buying a bag or, I don't know. But yeah, but basically spend it adding value to yourself. Even if you're not looking to transition to any career path, equip yourself with Excel and PowerPoint skills. Generally, across all our bootcamps, you can pay in installments using Klarna, ClearPay, and the likes. When we say post-bootcamp support, because you've heard everybody here talk about what makes us stand out compared to others, especially for those that have taken trainings in other places, is the support we give to our students. We have post-bootcamp weekly and fortnightly interview prep. So for some of our courses, it's every week, and for others, it's every 2 weeks. And this is different from the interview prep you get just as we are graduating. And then we have monthly alumni webinars. This one we bring different experts in to talk about different things that relates to us in our journey, right? You get free bonus certification with courses with certificates. So like I said, from time to time we have different courses in different that we just come and say, okay, everybody needs to know Power BI. Adding Power BI to your CV, regardless of your role, as a certification shows continuous development. Let's give this to the students. Okay, what's new in the market that everybody should have a certification in? So even though you paid us $599 and they are done, we are still bringing courses to you. Some of these people, not even some, all of them I will go and look for. Right now, the next course, I said I wasn't going to say it, but I'm going to say it now. We're having a short master class in artificial intelligence in March, and this is going to be free to all our existing and alumni students, and they're going to get a certificate at the end. Imagine everybody needs to have an AI certification on their CV now in 2024-5 if you want to get a job. And when we find these gaps in the market, what do? We bring it. And that's why being a part of a supportive community is the best thing you can do for yourself on this journey. Right, so visa sponsorship and global talent strategy sessions. We bring different people in to tell us how they got visa sponsorship, how they got global talents, how we can do it. We bring immigration consultants in as well, and you get on-the-job support as well. So these are some of the bonus courses we had in the past. We had Power BI for everybody, UX UI for everyone, projects planning with Oracle Primavera 6. And when we say we bring people in, you can see on my screen as well, from October 23, we brought somebody in that spoke about getting that job offer. This is our alumni webinars. So these are the monthly webinars I talked about. They are all valuable sessions as well. Getting NHS jobs, assessing remote jobs, landing a civil service job, navigating UK immigration laws. I think for that one, we brought an immigration person, consultants in, applying to NHS jobs, leveraging and getting jobs during recruitment peak periods, all about the UK Global Talent Visa, harnessing the power, and so much more, as you can see. So there's always something valuable, to be a part of. So we also have the Tech Career Accelerator program. So this might be for people who already have experience in their respective fields that you can see on, and just need work experience. I already have a certification in PM, but I don't really have experience. I want UK work experience. You can jump on our accelerator or work experience program to gain work experience. So like I said, all our learning experience is done using technology. So we have Basecamp for managing our projects, and we also have our LMS for our recorded classes. Right, so what are the upcoming and start dates for the next course? Compliance starts on the 1st of March. Excel starts on the 1st of March. PMBA starts on 8th. Scrum on 8th, and digital marketing on 8th, and data analysis on the 8th. Right, so in addition to all of that, another level of support we provide to our students is our Apply Body program products, which helps people apply to jobs. So we know that lots of people are busy when they finish bootcamp, they don't have time to apply to jobs. So, we have this product that helps people apply to jobs. So we have the NHS service, we have the civil service, we also have job application plus and job application service as well. So we also have the RKY affiliate program. If you are still with me, drop affiliates. If you like to earn extra income this 2025, drop affiliates. Because guess what? RKY, you can earn back how much you used in enrolling for our bootcamp in a month. If you refer people to us, you can earn back your £600. If you bring at least, for instance, to earn £600, all you need to bring is 10 paying people. because for everybody you bring, you earn 10%. All you need to do is to go to our website. There's an affiliate part there that you need to just create an account, copy your link, and be sharing that link with people. As you're making your posts, that you are tagging RKY. Do you want to find out more about your course, their courses? Put your link there. They don't even know it's an advert. You have a blog. As you're making your post, put your link there. If some person listens to your this thing, they check the website, they pay, you get £60 in your dashboard, bam. There's nothing as good as free money that you do not, go to pursue boss for, or go and do shifts for. So we also have our podcast, which we recently launched. I don't know if you are subscribed to the Limitless and Thriving podcast. Let me see your hand up. Let me see if I have people who are supporters in the house. So our podcast is also another way to empower and enrich the minds of the immigrant community, right? So it's a place where I bring people in to talk about, how they are succeeding in their careers as well as in business, so that we can actually uplift ourselves and look beyond just what we have access to. So to subscribe to our podcast, we are on Spotify, we are on Apple, and if you want the video version, as you can see on the screen, we have the YouTube. All you need to do is to click the links we have there, subscribe, engage. When you subscribe, you'll be notified. We drop a new episode every Wednesday, right? And yeah, basically. So make sure you subscribe. That's another way you can support, as I'm also trying to support people. And like I said, we have the annual events. So the goal is to bring more people that can show us practical steps to actually succeed and live beyond minimum in this our community. So and to bring more role models and people that will inspire us, right? It can't be a one-off thing, which is why we have the podcast. So the event is a one-off. We already have very amazing speakers lined up for the June one. So, and then we have people that we bring to the podcast. So for those who also want to go into business, we've got a founders community for immigrants founders. Do you know that as an immigrant, you can have a 6-figure business even before you get your British passport. There's nothing limiting you. You just need to believe that you can, right? I also have business coaching services, right, and programs as well to support people to build successful business in the UK. I think there's something Adedi said that time that, even though he doesn't see us, we are very much in touch. We do have a physical space, office space, in London at Canary Wharf, Cabot Square in London. By the way, does not mean that you can just walk in and they'll allow you. You need to book an appointment or let us know you're coming, right? But yeah, we've got an office space in London, right? So, and you can see our building. We are in the midst of Morgan Stanley and the likes. So we are not just a side hustle. We are a properly registered company, right? That has reputation and a lot, to So basically, the recording for this session will be on YouTube before Monday, but you will only get the recording if you are subscribed. You only get notified if you are subscribed. Because guess what? There's something that happens to people. You hear all this information, you are inspired, you're like, okay, I want to jump on it. You let it slide. Monday comes, Tuesday comes, and then again, you've forgotten everything. So take an action today. Secure your slots today. We have limited slots left for the cohort starting in March. You want that change. You want to move from being a carer to project management, from being a support worker to a data analyst. You've moved to the UK, but this is not your plan. This is not what you plan to do. Guess what? We have people finishing our bootcamp. There was someone that shared their story in the last one we had like a month ago. And the person was saying how he was a carer. And then at the end of the bootcamp, he got a data analyst role. Guess what? A week after he gave that success story, he got another senior data analyst role. There's nothing as uplifting as that, where you are able to, because I know that we are, of course, I know most of us that are in care, support work and co. That's not our roles. That most of us, that was not our roles back home. There's nothing stopping you from, standing up and, getting into what you really want as well. And yeah, basically. So do we have any questions at all about anything we've heard today? Enrollment, sponsorship, support you get in the bootcamp, anything at all? I know we are all like drained, and I can relate and understand that. I've been speaking for the past 2 hours myself. So, so do we have any questions at all? Let me ask my people. I think I have some very constants that have been responding to me. Sulaimon, Tyra. question. And that's why it's good to use the chat box, because your voice is cracking. We can't hear you. So if you have a question, use the chat box. It makes it faster. Right. Do we have any questions at all about anything we have said today? So like I said, secure your slots. The next cohort starts March 1st. Can we learn at our pace, or the lessons have a fixed time? So classes have fixed times, but they are all recorded and uploaded to our LMS, where you can watch at your own pace, and you have 12 months to watch all the see, there's so many things on that our LMS, like interview preps, alumni sessions like the one I showed you guys in previous slides. Right, so you can both learn at your pace and attend the fixed classes. Although we always encourage at least 90% participation so that you can get the best out of your investments. Do we have any other question? Was that it? Mana, were you the one that omitted yourself just now? How many cohorts do you run in a year, and what social media app do classes hold? Okay, thanks for that. So classes hold every 2 months. So there's March cohort, and then there will be probably June cohorts. No, sorry, May cohorts. There will be May cohorts, right? So there's always a month gap, because we don't like rush people to do every month cohort. So we do every other month. Classes hold on Teams, just like we are here right now. That's where classes hold. Does data analysis? So data analysis holds for 10 to 12 weeks, which is 3 months. Okay, I don't know if I've answered all the questions. Are there any more questions? I'll just give 2 more minutes for questions before we call it a day. It's been great having each and every one of you here. Right, so is 599 the total price or amount to be paid as installments? Thanks for that question. I think we should make it the amount people pay per installment, since we want to times 5 the price. But no, at the moment the price is 599, the total price. So if you want to pay in installments, it's either 199 per month or 166 per month, depending on whether it is 4 installments or 6 or 3 installments. You have not answered yours. What's your question? When will I get onboarding for project management? So because class is still March 8th, right? We are still taking enrollments. If you paid through the checkout page, you would already have access to your dashboard. You will get emails for the onboarding sent to you closer to the dates. However, if you are concerned, send us an email. If you've paid and you are concerned, send us an email at bookings@rkycareers.com. Okay, must payments be completed before the end of the course? So not necessarily. If you're using Klarna or ClearPay or PayPal in 3, all you need to do is to, when you get to the checkout page, choose how you are paying. If you are paying in installments, right, Klarna will take the money out of your accounts every month for 3 months or 4 months. So that one, we won't really know what is going on between you and Klarna. But yeah. Some project managers business also require digital tools like Excel. Is that also in the module? We'll take that separately. Right. So if you listen to what I said in the Excel and PowerPoint parts, it's separate. We would really love to do it together, but don't forget that we're already doing PM and BA. And then by the time we add Excel to it, let's just make it a full 1-year master's, because it means it will not end. Right. So that's why it's held separately. Different modules, different trainers, different. So the Excel class is 2 to 4. It's just £50. And then the PMBA is 4 to 6. So you can do the two together. Right. So the last part of your discourse, does it specifically talk about compliance? I really do not I don't remember my last part. Which of them? Okay. So I think we've used up our question and answer time. Feel free to continue to ask us more questions as it relates to this on Instagram, where you joined us from, or send us an email. And we would respond to you. And this last part of your discourse, does this specifically talk about compliance? No, I was talking about Excel. I think somebody asked about Excel. I don't know if that's the question you're asking. Or did you mean about the payments? Payments is for all the courses. Or what do you mean? The payment I was talking about is related to individual courses. It's the same terms and conditions. Okay, so in the absence of any other course, I wish you all a great weekend. Thank you so much for staying in this session till this moment. It's been great having you all here, and let's all have a great weekend. I look forward to seeing you in class in March. Yeah, thank you for thanking me. I really, because I'm not even feeling too well, to be honest. I'm just like, you can hear or see my nose, but this has to be done, isn't it? Doesn't it? Right. So if you're interested in compliance starts March 1st. We are happy to onboard you as well. Secure your slots and we would see you in class. Thank you, Tobiloba, Orolua, Stacy, Sulaimon. Thank you, everyone who is thanking me as well. And I wish you all the best on this journey. Let's not settle for less. Let's continue to remain limitless. Let's aim for more. Let's position ourselves for all the opportunities that abound out there. And yeah, let's celebrate each other. Have a great evening, guys.